All right, so we're coming up to the next resume here. This person put their contact info up top, so I'm going to try and avoid that as much as I possibly can. Um, but I would say that at the top of the resume, you definitely want to put what it is that you do for work. Um, and then I want to see a highlight section up here as well, which I don't see one. Um, and uh, and so okay. So the work that you do is you are a communicator. You're a video person who has created freelance films over the last couple of years, which are pretty cool. If any of you have seen these movies, then even more amazing because we are in the midst of genius as far as movies and films are concerned. And so I think it's important, right? In this case, I think I would want to know what this person wants to do for their next job. It is not evidently clear because they're a freelance film producer, a guest service representative, and then I don't know what lights camera access is. And then you do have your IMDb here. And then okay. So I don't know if you want to be a guest service representative. I don't know if you want to be a film producer. It is not evidently clear to me what you're submitting this resume for, were I a hiring manager, and so I don't know why I would read it further. That's just the bluntness of it if I'm able to do that on this webinar. And so with that thought in mind, this resume number one needs focus. And with that focus, I can only really say what the next step is for creating impact. So for the person who sent this to me, Sunny, I know your name is down here somewhere. You didn't end up getting rid of it. Um, Feel free to comment or let me know how you feel about it, and we can go from there. And I don't think he's here anymore, so we're gonna move on. Okay. All right. Here we go with the next resume. So now we have a QA engineer. So QA engineer falls under the category of somebody who works in transformational work because they're in the area of ensuring that any software development that occurs is productive and impactful. And so what does that mean here? It's good that they put their technology skills and their QA skills down. That's good. Um, but I would like to know as a QA engineer, and QA engineers, by the way, are the next hottest thing right now because they are the ones who exist to they are the ones who exist to um, ensure that everything's running right, especially in the age of AI, when they're the last mile before an AI model gets sent out in the real world. So, once again, I have to come down to the middle of the resume. I see some data pieces here that are important that could be used. I want to be able to articulate what it is that's impactful. And currently I don't really see that. Um, and so until I see that, then it's really tough to know what sets this person apart from this person being a QA engineer to the next person being a QA engineer, especially if I need like two QA engineers and 200 of them are applying. And so I would want to know, like, what am I seeing here that stands out? And right now I see a very administrative QA engineer, but I know that if they ended up saying, okay, how many test cases have they developed? Um, can they create additional user satisfaction? And so forth, that matters. So again, impact, impact, impact. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep getting after it. And then we're gonna do our final resume here. Yeah, bullets are better. Yep, bullets are better. We have a Failure analysis engineer. So we have skills here which are good. Again, I would like to see a highlight section. I am not sure why the things that are bolded because that can be confusing. So we want to be able to really create some differences around that. So that needs to change. Um, I see a lot of bullet points here that talk to the job description potentially and duties that were done, but I want to know what impact was created. And impact in this sense means that you were able to successfully figure out the failure of a particular product, or you were able to ensure that something was safe before it went to market. And there's some really good brands on here. I think this is fantastic. Um, it's just a little bit confusing, but overall, I think this resume has a ton of potential. Like, see, even here, there are some numbers to consider. And so once again, impact, impact, impact. And so I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing. Um, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any thoughts? I wanted to just offer you guys this quick resume review to really showcase what it is that I think is available as you create your resume. Any questions? I prefer the one column resume. It's clear to read. Um, a lot better than the two column resumes, in my opinion. And then any tips for students who don't have a lot of professional experience, leverage your projects. So when you are new into the market, I would say that the most important thing to showcase as a new graduate and going into the new graduate world is to showcase how you're able to manage a project end to end and really go from there to really go from there um to what's the word to building the trust that people have in you as you interview and tell people who you are. So I wanted to share a few things before we conclude. Um, I want to, number one, thank you for spending your time with me today. It was good to have you here. Um, so in addition to what we have going on here, I also wanted to offer a new product that we're launching here at Albert's List, which is a resume review. Feel free to take a look at this. What we're offering is $150 of both a resume review and a career coach. Resume review with 2 edits and a 30-minute career coaching session by me so that I can help you figure out and help you get clear on what it is that you need as it figures to your job search. So if that's something of interest to you, feel free to join and sign up in the link that I've shared below. But then otherwise, if you are interested, we also have a ton of events coming up over the next month and a half. And so I'm going to go ahead and share those in the comment section here. Um, outside of today's resume review, next Tuesday, we have our jobs report and inflation updates. We have a webinar on how to answer the most important question in your interview. Mock interviews themselves coming up. How to become a strategic marketer and how to write a resume in a competitive job market. And in this one, instead of doing these reviews, I'm actually going to go into a presentation on how to write a resume and what the point of that resume is. So all the things that you heard and saw today, you're going to see again. And then finally, more mock interviews. And we're going to do another workshop here on how to use artificial intelligence in your job search. So if you click this on our Eventbrite page and go in, you'll be able to sign up. And yes, this webinar will be recorded on YouTube. Um, so it'll be there and we'll follow up as soon as it's uploaded. And you're also asking, when we place our numbers at the top, what do we put under job history? Do we repeat the same? Yeah, so you can repeat the same achievement. You just want to put your most important achievements at the top so that they can be seen immediately. and it can be shown what impact that you have. So, yeah, cool. Are there any other questions? I appreciated all your time tonight, and this was a great experience to once again review all your resumes. I'll be following up shortly for all of you who may want to learn more, and I'll be also be sending the YouTube link around. And so thank you all so much. Yes, so I want to be clear. So the mock interviews are already set between a mock interviewer and a mock interviewee. If you would like to be mock interviewed, that is always a possibility. You can just send me your resume and a job description that you want to use. But if you want to just show up and watch and be part of the peanut gallery and cheer someone on or even ask your own questions, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Yeah. And by the way, I will be mock interview number 100, which is in 6 mock interviews. So you can come and watch me be really nervous too if you'd like. So yeah, any other questions? We have 2 minutes left. I appreciate all your time. And if there's nothing else, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude here. And thank you all so much again. And we'll see you on these future webinars, and we'll see you all soon. Bye.